Factsverse presents Surprising Uses of Hydrogen Peroxide. Number 1. Cleaning your wooden cutting board. If you don't clean your cutting board properly, it can create a breeding ground for bacteria. Each of the cuts in the cutting board can be very difficult to clean with just soap and water. If you want to be sure that your cutting board is clean and free of bacteria, use hydrogen peroxide. You can mix hydrogen peroxide and vinegar to create the perfect cleaning solution without using harsh chemicals. Number 2. Growing mushrooms in your refrigerator. This is one of the most surprising uses of hydrogen peroxide. If you've ever wanted to grow oyster mushrooms, you can do so in your refrigerator. With the help of hydrogen peroxide, you can grow them in a freezer bag. All you need are some cedar pet shavings, some straw, paper bags, freezer bags, and hydrogen peroxide. In about 6 months, you'll have plenty of oyster mushrooms for your salad. Number 3. Keep your veggies free from bacteria. If you buy fresh vegetables from the store but you don't want to cook them right away, you need to make sure they don't get loaded with dangerous bacteria. The best way to do this is to put 3% hydrogen peroxide into a spray bottle. Mist the produce regularly and let it sit for about 5 minutes before you rinse and dry the vegetables. Number 4. Clean your sponges. The item in your kitchen that collects the most bacteria is the sponge. Everything you clean and wipe with that sponge gets caught in the sponge. Once inside, that bacteria starts to grow, leaving your sponge unsafe and also foul-smelling. If you want to clean your sponges thoroughly, you can combine equal parts hydrogen peroxide and warm water. If you soak your sponges for just about 15 minutes, it'll kill all of those smelly, dangerous bacteria in the sponge. Number 5. Cleaning spilled wine off the carpet. If you spill red wine on your carpet or your furniture, the stain can be impossible to get out, unless you know how. If you combine equal parts liquid detergent and hydrogen peroxide, you can create a powerful stain fighter to get rid of that stain completely. Once you've created your cleaning solution, you should pour it over the stain and let it sit. After a while, blot the stain with a towel and wash it with warm water and allow it to air dry. When the carpet's dry, the stain should be completely gone. Number 6. Armpit stains on your clothes. If you sweat a lot, you know that sweat can leave permanent stains on your clothing. If you can't afford to go out and buy a new wardrobe to replace your sweat-stained clothes, hydrogen peroxide could be the solution. Simply combine 1 part dishwashing liquid with 2 parts hydrogen peroxide. Pour the mixture onto the stains and let it sit for an hour. Finally, rinse the mixture with cold water and the stains should be gone. Number 7. Getting blood out of your clothing. Since hydrogen peroxide is a form of bleach, it's great for getting blood stains out of clothes. You should pour the peroxide directly on the stain and allow it to sit for about 5 minutes. Next, blot the stain and rinse it with cold water. You may need to repeat these steps a few times to get the stain out completely. Since peroxide is a mild bleach, you should understand that it can whiten your colored clothing if you don't use it carefully. Number 8. Cleaning stained tiles and stone countertops. If the tiles on your floors or the stone on your countertops are stained, it can have a negative effect on the appearance of your home. To get the stains out safely and easily, all you need is hydrogen peroxide, flour, and plastic wrap. Combine the peroxide and the flour in a bowl to create a paste. Next, cover the stain with the paste and then cover that with the plastic wrap. Allow it to sit overnight and then remove the plastic in the morning. When you do, the stains should be gone. Number 9. Whiten your nails. You don't need to spend money on a French manicure at the salon if you have a bottle of hydrogen peroxide on hand. All you need to do is pour some 3% hydrogen peroxide on a cotton ball and rub it onto your nails. If you do this for a week or two, you will have a natural French manicure. Number 10. Treat the common cold. If you come down with a cold and you want it to go away quickly, hydrogen peroxide can help. If you just put a few drops of peroxide in each of your ears each morning, it can shorten the length of time that you have a cold. If you live a busy life like most people do, getting rid of your cold as quickly as possible is important. Number 11. Make a mouthwash. If you hate using store-bought mouthwash due to the alcohol and the chemicals that are used to make it, you can make your own mouthwash at home. Create a mixture of 1 part hydrogen peroxide and 1 part water. When you rinse your mouth thoroughly, the peroxide will kill the germs in your mouth while whitening your teeth at the same time. Be sure not to swallow any of that mouthwash, though. Number 12. Help treat a toothache or a canker sore. Many experts will tell you that if you want to treat a canker sore or a toothache, all you need is hydrogen peroxide and water. If you combine equal parts of each and rinse it in your mouth for a few times a day, your mouth will start to feel better in no time. Number 13. Disinfect your countertops. If you're preparing food on your countertop, you need to disinfect it completely if you want it to be safe to cook in your kitchen. Salmonella and E. coli can live for a long time on your countertop, which can contaminate any food that you prepare on the counter. If you want to make sure that it's always clean and disinfected, but you don't want to use products loaded with chemicals, you should use peroxide. Simply spray some peroxide on your counter and let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then wipe it clean. Number 14. Cleaning your toilet bowl. If you want to be sure that your toilet is clean and free of any nasty stains, hydrogen peroxide can help. Simply pour the peroxide into the toilet bowl and let it sit for about 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, you can scrub the toilet and all the stains should come out with ease. Number 15. Cleaning your refrigerator and dishwasher. Most people don't like to use harsh chemicals to clean their refrigerator because the food that they eat sits on the shelf. Also, there are many people who don't like to clean their dishwasher with chemicals because the dishes that they eat off of go into the dishwasher to be cleaned. A great non-toxic way to clean the refrigerator and the dishwasher is with hydrogen peroxide. Simply spray the peroxide on the appliances and wipe it dry with a dry towel. Number 16. Clean up mold. If you notice that you have mold growing anywhere in your home, you need to get rid of it before the problem gets out of control. To do this, simply spray some peroxide over the mold. Allow it to sit for at least 30 minutes and then wipe it clean. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development agrees that peroxide can get rid of mold. Number 17. Disinfect your wounds. If you get a cut anywhere on your body, you need to clean it out right away to prevent the infection. Some people will use alcohol to clean their wounds. However, alcohol can burn when applied to a cut. Hydrogen peroxide will disinfect the cut without burning. Simply pour it out on the wound and allow it to sit for a few minutes before covering the wound with a bandage. You should be aware that the peroxide will start to foam and bubble. That's normal. Number 18. Lighten your hair. If you always wanted your hair to be a shade or two lighter, but you don't want to damage your hair with the chemicals that they add in hair color, hydrogen peroxide will lighten your hair safely. Simply spray the peroxide on your hair when it's damp and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes before rinsing it out completely. Peroxide will do much less damage than the hair bleach that you can buy in a store. Number 19. Clear up your acne. Whether you struggle with acne on a regular basis or you have just the occasional breakout here and there, hydrogen peroxide can help. Acne is caused by a buildup of bacteria in your pores. The peroxide can kill the bacteria that causes acne. When the bacteria have been destroyed, it can help to clear up your complexion. If you continue to wash your face with hydrogen peroxide, you can keep breakouts from even occurring. Number 20. Refresh your reusable bags. If you make the decision to start using reusable bags when you go grocery shopping, you're helping out the environment. Well, over time, your bags can get dirty on the inside. The best way to get your bags clean and to disinfect them is to spray them down with hydrogen peroxide. Not only will peroxide clean and disinfect your bags, it'll also get rid of the food odors that can be left behind. Subscribe for more!